All right, and we are live. Hey, welcome to Talkin Doctrine. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. Today, I guess it was a couple days ago, I was talking with Bryce. He was on the way to go visit people for Thanksgiving, and really the pastime for his drive and just to get caught up because I haven't talked to him in several weeks. Said we were going to talk on the way back, and he was like, "Hey, let's have a stream." I thought a great idea. So where he lives compared to where he is, I think is an hour or a couple hours or so. But he is on the beach right now, and so we're going to take a ride home with him. And so let me throw it over to him to say hi to you guys and for you guys to, I guess, see where he's at. Welcome, Bryce.
I'm a YouTube Uber.
YouTube Uber.
I was gonna touch the water, race back to my truck, but I'm gonna get my shoes soaked in their decent baseball shoes. Actually, I can do it. It's coming up close. Pawleys Island, South Carolina. Oh crap! All right, I got
That was
my
too
shoes.
far.
That was a little too close. I think that's a jellyfish. There's seagulls over there. There's surfers over here. They're shooting the pier. That's whenever you ride the curl under the pier through the boards, and it's called shooting the pier. Whether you make it out the other side alive or not. All right, we're going back to the truck. But hey, Matthias, hey everybody. It's been a while. About a month and a half. That was a lady. Can you hear me in the wind? Doesn't matter because I'll be in the truck in like 10 seconds.
Right. Can't hear you too well.
All right. Let's take a ride back. And no, it is not an hour. It's 2 hours and 45 minutes. And you get to
Oh,
enjoy
wow.
every bit of it.
Oh, 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Because
I
you
don't
didn't
know.
call me back on my way here.
That's true. That's true. I um I actually ended up taking a nap with my daughter. So there's a dog. Oh.
What?
I'm looking out the window and there's a dog running around my fence. Trying to get at my dog. An outside dog, an alien dog, foreign dog.
Huh. Phone's on 5%. It went from 33 to 5 that fast. That's insane.
Well, plug it in
It
and
is.
we're
Let's see how I can do this. Because you can't flip my camera upside down with all your YouTube savvy stuff, can you?
no.
All right. So you're not that advanced yet. Let's that surfer car is still here. They never even pulled out. The best rig where you can hear my voice. I'll just talk 1 minute. Oh boy, this is gonna be huge, Matthias. If I can't look at directions and do hangouts at the same time, it's not gonna work. So I gotta test that real quick.
You're not going to be getting on a highway. You're going to be taking back roads.
It does a little bit of both. Can you hear me?
What?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I was trying to
Let's
play a
go.
joke. All right, let's
All
go.
right. You're taking let's go differently than I intended it, but we're going.
We're on our way. So, whoa, hey, buckle your seatbelt, dude.
No, that's my backup camera. I hit a bush.
Oh shit.
And you hit something.
No. Okay, I just hear my dogs. Uh, sound like they're attacking somebody. I thought there was either somebody in my front yard or a cat had gotten in my front yard.
That make for a lot more interesting stream.
No. Either way, it would be bad.
I didn't say good. I said interesting.
True, you did. So, how you been, Bryce?
Decent. I feel like I've done all I can do now. You know, I told you I got my living on a prayer prayers. So if I've pretty much tied up every like a contract loophole that whatever's out there could use against me, and I've trapped them into helping me out if they even can. So it's all in their hands now, if that makes sense.
It made no sense whatsoever, for the people listening, but for me, who has been listening to you uh, privately for a while, yeah, I get what you're saying, and that's
Put it
still
in
your.
put it in normal people words then, so they can. Or if you're gonna shut it down regardless, it doesn't matter, I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna shut it down regardless. I'm gonna shut it down regardless. Well, and I'll make sense of it while I shut it down,
All right.
because when you leave it so generalized, it's in their hands, and I mean,
Real quick, can you even still see my camera?
no,
What?
no, your battery life may be real. Oh, there it
No,
goes.
it's just because I'm looking at directions while trying to talk to you on Hangouts. But I'll figure it
Oh,
out. Once this is what I can do. Whenever I've got like 32 miles or something just on one road, then I'll just keep it and I'll be looking out for the road it tells me to go to. I'll do directions like a normal person instead of Google Maps.
well, now you're again. Now
I
we're
know. I
talking
had to.
about your age.
Yeah. Check this out. I want you guys to see this. Just to give some sort of scenery. These people are fishing on the inlet off the bridge. That's a cool shot.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
why
a
are you
cool.
filming me? All right, go back to shutting down my prayers.
Well, dude, you're acting as if your knowledge that you've learned from the Bible can't be something you're building upon.
I mean, yeah,
Eh,
to an extent, but even then, if any of it's wrong, it's all wrong. So I got to throw it all away.
okay, but oh man. um
Or I want a
so
rational court case here.
well, until you understand that the Bible is the truth and God's truth, you're going to be spinning in circles.
Well,
So,
I can't do
and
anything about that. Is this guy just going to let me go? What are you doing? I'm turning.
oh,
You made me get a wreck, Matthias.
it's not me.
And we're back.
Are you going to turn? Okay. Do you even know where you're going?
Nope.
That's good.
But I love it
Um,
here.
on that brown beach.
Stop knocking East Coast beaches. You're on the East Coast.
I know
Stop
that.
knocking. Carolina beaches.
Oh, I'm not knocking any beaches. I was just saying you. I just called it brown.
It's brown because the water turns. It's like mud. The water turns sand a darker color than what color it is where there's no water.
Really.
Kind of how it works. This is turning more into a conversation. People are like, "Why are we listening to this? Why should we listen to this stream?"
Well, the uh, the point that I was getting to with your prayers being in vague and so in general, there's nothing more you can do. That was about the only thing you said that was like right on. Yeah, there's nothing you can do um, other than to get in his word. And you read his word.
Not as much
Uh,
as I think I should be.
well, I think everybody's in that case, even me. And I read every day pretty much for sure. So, what's you start reading more and you'll still feel that way. But you're not saying God, the God of the Bible, as your God yet even. And you're just going to be running in circles until you start stepping out on what you see as truth.
Well, that's
Like,
not knowing. That's just what lines up. By that standard, I'm saved, and I know that I know that I know. But that go against the definition of knowing.
no. If you don't know the Bible is God's word by now, that's the only thing you need to focus on.
What if it's not? Then there's other stuff I got to focus on.
Wait, what?
If it isn't, then there's a lot of other stuff that I should focus on
Well, if it isn't God's word, then why do you even care?
because it's very much so leaning towards it. And I'm trying to
Okay.
find out what's
Well,
going to happen when I die.
it doesn't matter until you get to the point that you know that the Bible is God's word. There's nothing that you're able to trust in.
I agree. It's just based off assumptions. Like you were coming from a place, it seems a lot easier for you. You've said it before, like it's harder for kids that grew up in the church to. It just seems like you went from nothing to everything. And I'm going from, yeah, I was brought up with this. I just don't know it, but it really seems like it.
Um, the right. No, I hear you. Where's Daniel when you need him? Because Daniel did go through exactly what you're talking about. Oh, you don't have the camera on?
Nope. I told you, I got to switch between directions and you.
All right. Well, no, I'm just presenting your camera view whenever you have that going.
Oh, I
But
got it.
I've got a picture of you driving down the street on my thumbnail. Anyways, um, so yeah, dude, as long as your prayers stay that in general, impersonal, um, it you're gonna a really hard time.
Matthias, I could come on here saying anything, and I feel like I get that answer. I always have the wrong answer. Oh, 1 minute. This is my mom, all right?
Oh, she's calling. Okay, go ahead. I did not know what he was talking about at first, but then I remembered he's on the phone. I thought he was about to hit her or something driving down the road. Well, with Bryce, he always feels like he has the wrong answer. I guess I didn't know that. Um, uh, what's funny is because many of the times he has the right answer. So we got in the chat room Rich Bob and Ed. Ed, it's good to see you. It's during the day streams where we get to fellowship with you. The night streams, I guess, happen maybe early morning for you or something. Um,
My mom called.
yes, I figured that out. Um, uh, Daryl says hello,
What's up?
Bryce. But dude, with this you're like I said, you're just gonna be spinning in circles. And if you had the right answer, I wouldn't tell you it was wrong. So that if you came in just saying anything, but if it's who are you praying to if it's not directed to the God of the Bible?
Well, if the God of the Bible is the ultimate truth, then it is directed to him.
The ultimate truth.
That's what I'm sticking with. Not the truth, because by the Bible standards, the devil's the truth. So the ultimate truth, the
Wait,
absolute
wait,
truth.
wait. Well, no, Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life, but Satan tries to act like truth.
Well, it's true that he
Counterfeit
exists,
it.
right?
Yeah.
So there you go.
Right, okay.
That's me patching up my loopholes.
Um, well, that's the thing. There's you patching up loopholes. How does that help?
Because it makes it so that no matter what I pray, whatever's out there, the ultimate truth should hear it if it or they can and honor it. And that way, if the ultimate truth is anything bad, then it's going to be something bad regardless. So I might as well gamble and take a shot with it being something good and pray asking for help.
Um, okay. But what I'm saying is you've been going through the Bible. You're in what, Leviticus now?
Is there.
Is there what?
I said, yes, sir.
Oh, yes. I thought
Yes,
you said
sir.
is there. I thought you said is there. I thought there was, sorry. So there's plenty of times you've heard I am the Lord.
Right.
Can you pray to that Lord?
Yeah, I say ultimate truth. Sometimes I say who I think is the God of the Bible. And sometimes I say, after I pray to the ultimate truth, and God of the Bible, if that's you, or something along the lines of God of the Bible, if you're the ultimate truth and the ultimate truth confirms that you're the ultimate truth, start from there.
Wow. Well, see, that's why you're gonna run in circles. You're confusing yourself. So, um, oh man.
I don't want to risk driving over this bridge in the right lane, one hand driving.
You've read enough of the Bible to pray to the God that you're reading about in the Bible. Why does it have to be general? It
Well, it's
like
not.
it
Why does it
is
matter? Why does it matter? If he's the ultimate truth, why can't he honor that?
because it's like 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
Because I don't know where I'm going, Matthias. I prayed to him a million times before. Maybe not that many, but I prayed to him before.
Right. But are you trusting and wait like you've done it before, so it didn't work, so I guess try something new. Right? That's a
No,
safe
maybe I'm
bet.
doing something wrong.
Well, if you think that there's something you could be doing wrong, then that's part of it in and of itself.
I don't want to get in that lane. More water.
Ooh, water.
Check that out. It'd be cool to own
Well,
a boat like that, but I can't focus on the world.
well, it's not good to covet, no, but it is all right to look around and see what it might be enjoyable sometime. It's hard not to covet sometimes.
Apparently, it's hard to do anything.
Yeah. Apparently.
Everything's apparently a lot more complicated than it seems to the
Uh,
natural man.
apparently.
There's a lot more going on than me just driving right now, I guess. I got demons sitting on my shoulders and
Well,
angels around the truck.
why do you have demons on your shoulders?
I don't know. I just put them there. They're here in the back seat. Insert demon wherever.
Oh, why? Where are we inserting demons and why? Why are we
Because
messing with them?
it's spiritual. There's like a spiritual realm that I can't see. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's where.
Is this new to you?
I'm just saying, apparently, I don't know if that's true or if you're just crazy. I don't even think it's crazy. I think it's real rational.
It's okay, but it's biblical.
Right? That's why I'm saying rational.
Okay, but why are they sitting on your shoulder or in your back
That's just
seat?
something I said. They can be anywhere. There's angels sitting on my shoulder, too. I'm just choosing a spot. They're at the
Okay,
Shell gas
okay.
station and CVS.
Okay, so what you're talking about is that the spiritual realm is real.
Yes.
Is this a new concept for you to grasp?
Yeah, I can't understand that. When all of your life it's just normal. Enter Matthias saying, "No, there's all this other stuff going on. Hard to comprehend."
Wait, enter Matthias. So I'm the first person you've heard this from?
No, I'm just saying, enter anybody that brings this up. It's you learn about stuff like this growing up, but it doesn't stick with you. It's just like you go to church on Sundays, you get it over with, you dress up, you put on your play clothes, you go to grandma's to eat after church, and then it's just the rest of your day. It doesn't stick with you when you're, and it's hard for me to get it to stick with me because it's so not out there, but just different than what I'm used to, even though I've been looking into it for like 2.5 years.
So, okay, so the Bible is starting to be a little too outlandish for you?
No, it makes sense. I don't really get why I'm alive if it isn't true. It makes no sense. The fact that I'm fully functional and everybody else is, it just, I don't know. It's almost like something like you'd think about whenever you're high or something. It's just recognizing your own mortality is really weird when all you know is your own life. Thinking about you dying and where the people that have already died are at right now and where you're going to be when you die, it's real different when all you know is having a good time and being alive.
Okay. Um, I don't have a response. That's just true. Like
Well,
that's
I'm just glad I'm hitting some right answers. What do I win?
understanding.
Good. I'll take it.
Go to God, he'll give it to you. The God of the Bible. So when you pray to him, he'll give it to you.
I feel like
Like,
you're
what's
trying
that?
to be like his secretary. Like,
Well,
no, he won't answer these prayers. He won't honor the ultimate truth. He only honors when you branch off and specify. You got to be at least this specific for your prayer to be answered.
no, I'm telling you personal, one on one. And you know him, you're reading his word. If you can't step out on that substance of faith, you're not going to
Well,
get very far.
that goes back to defining faith. I thought you said faith was knowing that you know, not just stepping out, not just.
Stepping out on the substance.
Oh boy,
Look, like I can
what does it even
read,
mean?
I can read in Leviticus, I can read in Genesis. I can say that God that clothed Adam and Eve, even though I don't know him yet, I'm reaching out to you.
Yeah, I can do that. I have to concentrate a lot, but yeah, I can do that, and I have done that.
Well, that's the difference between you knowing who he is and just making some ultimate truth claim.
Well, it's
A
not even
lot of
knowing.
new agers will make that same prayer. I just want to know ultimate truth, and they certainly don't find them.
Oh, that's great. That's comforting.
Well, you're taking the right steps, but you're not using them as in like the truth that you're learning from the Bible.
Because it's still not. That's not knowing. That's just assuming, and I've done it.
No, but it's personal.
I agree. And if he's real, he should be hearing me.
He hears everybody. He hears everything.
Well,
But what I'm saying is you're still looking at what you can do for one. I've done everything I can do. It's all in his or their hand.
we got
You
16 miles, so camera's coming back on.
um the uh I mean there's a couple things here that is just comes with your age, I believe, but
I just think it'd be hilarious if I hit 20. I got so much understanding, and it's like I don't know. It's just like looking through new glasses.
well, you're going to be gaining more and more as you get closer to adulthood. It may not be instant that day, but uh, you'll be gaining more and more. Now, it's you're in Leviticus. I mean, when you get to some stories, why can't you pray and talk to God about the stories?
I mean, I don't know what I'd be talking to him about the stories about, but I try to use the stories as a reference to think of just perspectively that historically happening, and then me praying to that same guy that said this to Moses and told him to do this. It's
There you
just hard
go.
for me to comprehend.
Well, but that's what I'm telling you. Okay, that right there is it. Be like, God, when you told Moses to do this, I don't get that part, or
That
I
just seems
really
really
like
hard
that.
to stick with, like as an atheist. I'm not saying that from my perspective, but that just sounds like a lot of like, why keep going back to something if just after time it feels like you're getting no results?
What are you talking about?
Like from your perspective, why would you stick to doing what you're telling me right now? Like, did you or were you getting stuff out of it?
What are you talking about?
Praying stuff like that, using scripture as reference to something that actually happened, and then praying to God, keeping that event in mind.
Yes, yes, all the time. What? You're muted. Um, all the time. I think. Are you there? I don't want to answer if you're not there, but I guess I could answer it twice. Hello.
All right, it
Hey.
didn't cut you off this time.
Oh no. Oh, you got a phone call?
Yeah, I had a phone call. Sorry for
Okay.
wasting whatever you said.
Well, I didn't answer because I'm like, can you hear me? I don't want to answer if you're not there.
No.
Um,
Oh, yeah, I'm here.
um, so what was the question?
From an atheist perspective, why would you stick with something like that, praying to the God of the Bible? Like you just said, yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. If you've been doing that, why would an atheist stick with that if they weren't getting anything out of it? It just seems like a lot of like. I guess if you got no place else to go, stick with it. But
No, if somebody's truly humble, they're not gonna walk away with nothing. I'm sorry, God gives us better gifts um than our fathers.
I just don't know what I'd be getting aside from just staying alive.
No, when you get to a chapter or verse and you're not quite sure what it means, you can pray and be like, Lord, I don't get what this means. I see that there's something there. Lord, please show me.
And that's what you did, like as an atheist,
I was an agnostic.
right?
Um,
That's what you did as an agnostic.
yeah, and within a couple weeks of reading, I always got an answer. I still do that today as a saved man. When you come to something, pray to the God of the Bible, Jehovah, the Lord of uh, um, Abraham, Isaac,
Lords.
and Jacob. Huh?
You said the Lord of, and I was just like, Lords.
The Lord of Lords. No, but I was thinking of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Right.
Uh, so you can pray to them. You've read that much of the Old Testament to them, to him. But and ask him, Lord, I don't get all this repetition. Why is all this repetition here? Talk to him about it. God, it does this doesn't seem prevalent to today's day and age. What is it that I can learn from it that I can apply to salvation, to my life?
I mean, it might sound lazy. It just sounds like so. Just I don't know. Here's the difference. You're cracking down on the difference between decisionism and a relationship.
Basically.
Taken because it takes time instead of I want it now.
Right. Exactly. Remember, it's that seed that gets sown in good ground that in time with understanding brings forth fruit with patience.
Like I get the whole he doesn't want us to be robots making us all like choose him, but I don't know. It just seems kind of not exhaustive, but just it just seems a lot harder than I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I don't want to offend God, so I'm keeping my mouth shut.
You're not going to offend him. Just go into um you're not being real with God is what salvation is all about. It's not about it's not about anything you do. Remember, you just said I've done everything I can do. It's all in his hands. It was all in his hands from the foundation of the world.
Well, then we shouldn't even. Then there shouldn't be a one-sided relationship. If there's nothing I can do, don't people have to reach out?
You have to respond to he's reaching out to you and you
Well, that's what I'm
respond
saying.
to it. But you're
Well, I'm
keeping
doing my
it
part. I'm trying to respond.
okay, well then talk to him as the God of the Bible. Not as some general truth that some new ager could throw in their God in. But the
It
thing
sounds so dang
is
hard to get there.
you're you're reading his word. How is it hard?
It just sounds hard, like whenever I don't know, just I don't know,
Well,
just
just
praying constantly and
you don't
taking a
have
chance that you're praying to the right entity.
well, the main thing is in the word. You're saying in the word. But
It's just hard for me to comprehend like the difference between just reading it.
what? You're roboting really bad. Hello?
And then
Oh, that's bad.
applying it
Hello.
if it actually happened. It's hard with.
And he's gone. And he's back.
How about now? How about now?
There you are.
Gotcha. You can hear me?
I can hear you now.
I guess it's just my connection since I'm on like back roads. Dude, I made a
Right.
speed bump and just go like face first into a dang Mack truck.
What about that?
Driving one handed.
Well, yeah. Why would there be a speed bump going 45 miles an hour?
I mean, not a speed bump, not a speed bump of a pothole. It's hard to
Oh,
think about God you.
well, okay. I,
Anyways, it's hard for me to do the switch between reading it as if just okay, I'm reading it, I see what's going on in the book, and then oh, this is a historical document that I can trust and know 100% that it's true, and that this that's kind of my brain in my I was saying brain and mind, and
well,
this is
you
why
really
neither made
can't
it in
do
my
that.
head.
You can't do that. You just keep staying in it with your mind, your will, and emotion, and be praying to God in the spirit. He will do the rest.
I don't know. Maybe that sounds very, very lazy. It just seems like, and this is probably why few people find it. It just seems like a lot on our part, a lot of response in responding.
Well, what do you mean? I just said you respond, like you respond, he does the rest. Whether that's now or later. No, it's not a lot on our part. It's what makes it
It's
so
all right.
hard
This
for
is
most
what
people is that they keep trying to put something in on their part.
it
That's the
just seems it's like
problem.
such an equation that you need somebody like you to just explain it.
No, you don't.
I don't get how you figured it out on your own.
I didn't. I I didn't. I heard I listened to a bunch of different people on different things, and then I realized that everything that I was hearing was different from every
Yep.
different place. So I was like, the only way I'm going to find out is if I go to the Bible and God directly. That's it.
Which is why I can't take for fact anything you say, and which is why I think it's the most rational place to be.
I agree, but you're not taking the Bible for what it says, though, is kind of the issue. Or
I can't.
don't,
I can't just take it as fact. I think it
well,
is.
if it's not fact, if it's not God's word, then there's no point to it.
I agree.
So you have to look at all the evidence, weigh it out, and make a decision. Does this make sense?
It does make sense, but make sense is different than knowing.
Um, but you still move forward with what makes sense. But don't
Uh,
but don't think that you're doing anything, but you can't just be sitting going in circles. So what I would say is where you need to be is reading the word and asking the God of the Bible, of the word you're reading, to reveal his truths to you. And you can leave it as simple and as general as that.
sounds superficial now that you're feeding it to me. sounds
Well, but
sounds insincere.
but it's not. If I was insincere with the broadcast, then I guess it could be, but no, talking with and listening to other people is not a bad thing. But you don't accept it as truth until you get it in the word. So you can listen to a bunch of people. It doesn't have to be just me. You listen to everybody else. A lot of people tell you something totally different. A lot of people tell you you're already saved.
I agree that they say that, not that they're right.
But just waiting and going to God is the right thing.
It's
It's
just
just
kind of not maybe not hard, just kind of I don't know, annoying or confusing. Just in the fact that if you're not, then you're wasting your time, and you could be putting that into finding whatever the real truth is. And on top of that, you're constantly worrying over you or people you care about dying. It's hard to have a good time, is what I'm trying to say. And maybe that's where the whole whoever's willing to like save his life will lose it comes in.
yeah. I mean, people don't people don't stumble upon salvation.
You said it took you. You just didn't even know you were saved. You were just like, oh, I'm saved. That sounds like stumbling. Like just walking in.
No, no, I was seeking truth for 2.5 years before I found the Bible. And then it took me about between 6 to 8 months to be fully persuaded. And in between that time period, I got saved, and I don't know exactly when, but I didn't stumble. I was diligently seeking truth. And when I found the Bible, I learned real quickly to take it directly to God.
People pass me, so now I gotta go like 70 and a 55.
Let
It's
people
road rules
pass
out the
you.
window.
People can pass you. It's okay. If they pass you,
And check this out. We're gonna be at the stop sign at the same time.
exactly.
Was it worth it? I submit that it was not.
At least you're this young and you've learned that truth.
What about people passing you?
No, about you don't have to speed places because you're going to get to the same place around the same time, anyways, because of all the intermediate stops.
Dude, he's passing another car. Chill. Join the stream, man.
um, so the thing is if you were taking what you read and bringing it more personal to your seeking, it will that will help you. That'll help anybody. Like incorporate what you're learning in the word and what you're talking to God about, and it will help bring understanding in all ways, not
Oh,
just
come on.
scriptural.
I'm sorry. It's just more people. Like, what the heck? I said, just go rip a speed limit sign out of the ground, all right? Don't take it up with me. Take it up with the government.
um so what's been going on, like,
Just having a good time at the beach. Trying not to die. Trying to enjoy time with people that are probably going to go to hell whenever they die. So,
did you talk to any of them about important things?
not really. Just, I mean, at the very, very least, my little cousin, whenever we were eating at a Mexican restaurant last night, whenever he was praying for our food before we ate it, it was real insincere and just kind of jokingly, because we're all teenagers and I guess none of us can take prayer seriously or something. So he did that, and then we were all just like, okay, never mind. And then whenever we ate today, uh, my cousin's girlfriend was like, Cooper, you're not leading in the prayer today. I'm like, and then everybody was like, yeah, because you don't take it seriously and stuff. So at the very, very least, we got this king out of the way.
All right. um well
You're like,
you
all right,
wrote
so nothing.
Well, you roboted, so I was trying to figure out exactly what you said.
Oh,
You
sorry.
roboted. Well, it's not your fault, but right at the point, um, when they were telling him why he couldn't pray, is that what it was? Because he doesn't take it seriously.
Yeah, yeah, right, right.
So who said that? Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
But who
yeah, it
said?
was my cousin and my cousin's girlfriend and me. Three against one.
So did you pray?
No, I didn't pray. I think she prayed, but it was like real short and to the point, and I guess how it should be.
Other than the female leading in prayer, but that's okay.
Oh boy,
I'm just kidding.
is that a thing
Um,
or?
well, it depends. She could have been the only one there saved. I'm just kidding
I
too.
doubt it.
Um, well, how old is she?
16 or
Oh,
about 16, the same as my cousin.
I gotcha. No, but kids, anybody can pray. It's not a bad thing. I was just kidding. I was
Hard to
trying to
tell.
make you hard to tell what.
Hard to tell when you're kidding or serious, young man.
Right. No, I know. Um, you think I had a friend named Hitler?
Come on, that too. That was like 30 minutes ago. You just
Uh,
you're lying. No
no.
rewards for you.
I told Bryce I had a friend when I was growing up named Hitler, and he believed me. So Polly gets on to me about that. She's like, "Your jokes are just lies." I'm like, "But they're jokes." Um.
I don't know the difference. That's why I got to be more serious now in front of people. I can't have fun with people. I can't be myself.
Well. You can tell it to my friend Hitler. Hitler Smith. I can't. I even said Smith. Hitler Smith, and you're like, really? I tried to make it as outlandish as I could.
What's the significance of Smith?
It's just a general. It's the
Just
most
a
general
general
name.
last
Yeah,
name.
the most general name there is. Uh,
So, in other words, folks out there listening, you're learning not to trust Matthias. So, this is just going against your jokes going against you.
no,
What was supposed to be
no.
funny is now not.
Oh, it is funny. When I was sitting there trying to be out as outlandish as I possibly could, didn't think anybody would believe it. You're sitting there going, yeah, blah blah blah, and then you're like, all right, let's get started. I'm like, so yeah, I forgot. So I needed to throw it in as quickly as possible. But yeah, I didn't think that you would actually believe that.
I guess
I
I'm just
was
an idiot all around. All right, next topic.
no. Um, but okay, back to what's really important with knowing that who you're talking to, accepting who you're talking to. That's the problem. It's like you're reading the Bible and then you're like, okay, well, I'm praying to this entity that I'm not sure even wrote the words that I'm reading.
Yeah, I can't have a assumption
But
of a foundation.
can't you see how that like how that is you're asking him
Rational,
to give
yes.
you your no, it's not rational. It would be more rational for you to say, look, if you're real God of the Bible, what did you mean here? What did you mean with this? What can I
Instead of
do instead of um the ultimate truth? Um
how about I pray to both?
uh well, it's
If I'm praying to the ultimate truth, worst case, I'm just wasting my time.
but if the ultimate truth could have not written the Bible,
Then I'm not wasting my time.
well, then you would be calling the God of the Bible a liar.
That's absolutely what I'd be doing. I don't know who's right. It goes back to knowing. I can't start by assuming the God of the Bible is right with that for years and years and years,
You're roboting bad.
and then finding out I'm trying to start off with knowing
Hey, Robot Bryce.
every little thing. Run? How can I run with something I don't know? Your lives like
Oh,
froze.
well,
What?
you were roboting really bad, but I can hear you good now. Um, how do you go with something you don't know? Uh, you don't you don't go with something you don't know. You read it. Oh, you're not even there. Okay. I guess we're having technical difficulties with, I don't know, he's driving back roads from the beach to the middle of the state. Oh, and he might have gotten a phone call. But we'll give him another minute. Um, uh, well, Bryce isn't lying. Bryce is trying to learn. Oh my, he's calling. He's click the link. He's trying to get back in. He called me on Hangouts. So he pushed the wrong button. There you go. What happened? Bryce. Hello?
Robot.
What's that?
Am I robot?
It sounds like you're trying to
It's
do it
hard
on
on this. Like,
purpose.
there's like no service.
Right. Why aren't you on the interstate? Hello? Hello?
I'm muted. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Are you in between towns or something?
Can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me? That's the question.
Taking forever to answer.
It's because it's
I'm like,
not.
I'm thinking you're like just talking to like, just waiting for me to say that you respond with yes, Bryce. I can hear you. Start driving.
It's because you're roboting.
Right. Am I still? That's what that was like the first thing I asked.
And you were roboting then. And I said, yes, I can barely hear you.
Okay, well, now that we're good,
Why'd you pull over? What?
to join back, to join the callback.
Oh. Oh, I
I
gotcha.
don't feel like clicking a ton of buttons while I'm going 55. So I'm gonna look down in the dang cotton field like Marty McFly when he like went to 1945
Right. Well, when
or
it's
55.
when it's roboting, it actually uh takes a while for it to stop. So it sounds like I'm taking a long time, but I'm waiting for the roboting to stop and then I answer.
Oh. Am I still roboting? Oh, dude, that's a big ditch.
Stay out of the ditch. The blind leading the blind. That's where they go.
Goal.
Wow. I don't think this is gonna work. Hello? Hello?
In a nutshell, hard to get saved. Being
Wow.
alive is complicated. Don't. Wow, what? Wow, what? Or just hit the car and then flew back. Hear me.
Oh wow, that was really weird. I basically heard the only thing we heard was nutshell. And the only thing we heard was nutshell, complicated, and saved. And then apparently you heard my wow like about a minute after I said it. And then it all caught up real quick. The voice like oh, that's funny.
I need to listen to the body. I need to listen to the Bible like on audio tape, but where it's roboting. That way I can get it all in like a minute. It just said really fast.
Right? Well, that's what it did here with you.
That's why I brought it up.
Oh, that sounded now
I
you have a
guess I'm
good
still
connection.
roboting.
No, now you have a good connection. Oh, I guess I was wrong. I guess I lied again. You don't have a good connection.
Huh.
Huh? I think I hear you like roboting talking in the background, but I can't. Sounds like I don't know what it sounds like.
What were you about?
What? Hello?
I'm so
Leave and come back. Try that one more time. Hey, Tom. Um, he doesn't reject Jesus. Not at all. Yeah. Yeah, we can do. Your oh, ow. Yeah, your internet's not working too well. I wonder how that audio is. Chat room. Can you guys hear the audio all right? What's that?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. If I'm not roboting, I'm just going to do it like this because that's too complicated.
It was weird. It sounded like a sound wave. But yeah, it was the worst audio I've heard in a long time.
Okay. All I can hear is wow. I can hear you. No, you're not roboting. And I say something. No, you're not roboting. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm roboting.
Well, I said you're not roboting, and then right when I said that, you started roboting. I was like, oh man. So,
all right, well, we're doing it this way the rest of the way. Can they hear me?
can they hear you?
The stream.
Mark says that they can. Yes, they can.
Okay, all right.
Oh my goodness, you are roboting.
What if I talk slow?
No, don't do that. All right.
Can you hear them?
I mean, you sound like Charlie Brown's teacher, but I think you just said, "Can you hear me?"
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, that's what I said. Dude, how is your phone robot? I've never heard my house phone robot before in my life.
Oh, that.
What? Are you kidding me? This has got to be an attack, dude. There's no way that this would happen this on my landline. How bad is your cell phone service? Can you hear me? Hello? Wow. Ah! Are you guys kidding me? Hello?
It keeps going back and forth from service to no service. I'm on back roads.
I've never heard my house phone robot like that before.
It's because I'm on these back roads. Should you just end the stream?
Well, when do you get home?
Late o'clock.
8 o'clock?
Yep. About, let's see, it says an hour and 15 minutes, an hour and 49 minutes on GPS.
Well, maybe we can. Are you gonna be able to talk maybe later tonight?
I guess. It was fun while it lasted, I guess.
Well, we can talk until you start roboting again. You're fine right now. But
Hey, all right.
But if it goes out, then we can just hit me up when you get home. We'll see if we can stream then. Are you there? Are you kidding me? Hello? Hello? Wow. Are you kidding me? All right, guys. I don't think the stream's gonna happen this afternoon the way that it should. This one's tough. Yes. Yes. Um, Ben, you got a lot of people here praying for you. Um, and just you can serve the Lord without the assurance. You can, that's what I'm basically talking to Bryce about. And yeah, actually, Ed, I may see if he can talk tomorrow afternoon, maybe um, after the church service, but before um, Church of Eternally Secure. So you can go on the things that you learn of God, things that He gives you the understanding of, walk out on them. You walk out on it, He'll give you more. You walk out on that, He'll give you more. So it's a step at a time. But guys, Bryce has got about 2 hours till he gets home. We might try to do a short stream early evening, but I do have another broadcast with um, I got another broadcast with Dante this evening, so we will try to possibly get uh, Bryce on today or tomorrow to have a little conversation with him. Um, but I don't know exactly what's going on. I guess he might be in between little towns on his back roads. So, like I said, keep him in prayer. But we will go ahead and call this broadcast and plan on getting back together in a couple hours. Um, so, like I said, we've got the broadcast this evening with Dante, and we might have Bryce later this early evening, late afternoon. All right, so sorry about that. He does need to keep his eyes on the road. Send you a complaint on Facebook. All right, send me a complaint on Facebook. Um, so many people bickering saying the stupidest of things. Where? I don't know what chats are. Um, what are you talking? TD chat's usually pretty strong with Saints. Right, Ben, if you want to go to the private chats, or if anybody wants to go to the private daily weekday chats, they're weekday, email me and I'll add you to that list. They've been going really well. Pray for Bryce on his travels, and we will get together. Hold on real quick. I just got a Facebook message. Let me just make sure it wasn't Bryce. Oh, no, it was Matthew. So I'll look at that once I end the broadcast, and we will talk soon. Or wait, am I supposed to look at this while the broadcast is on? uh, funny. Um, that's hilarious. Well, we'll talk about all that later. And Ed, you have a good night's sleep. So everybody else, we'll see you in a few hours. All right, take care. God bless, and good day.